the first keyboard company to ever apply SOCD on their mechanical keyboard that isn't magnetic. And I'm thinking, why hasn't this been applied a long time ago? This is the all-new Nuphy Halo75 version 2 with its signature surrounding LED, which gives it its nickname Halo. Not only does this keyboard have really good aesthetics, but it too has functions which other keyboards don't have. At the top side of the keyboard, you will find a mode switch that you could customize with different parameters. You could have one set for office work and another for gaming, or you could have two separate modes for two separate games that you play. Moving on, the build quality on this keyboard is really good, having an aluminum top case, though we'll talk more about this in more detail later on. I just thought it was worth mentioning here in the specs segment of the video. The keyboard has all-key anti-ghosting or NKRO, so key interferences should never occur. Then it also has 1000 Hz polling rate for standard response times. I used this for gaming in the past, playing The Division 2, and I didn't see or feel any issues with it. Anyhow, before we proceed, quick shout out to myself. I am Daniel with the Biboyharanero team. We've been reviewing keyboards, mice, and audio gear since 2019. Consider subscribing so you're always updated with our new video releases. Now, back to the Halo75. This is a gasket-mounted 75% tri-mode wireless mechanical keyboard. There's a tad bit of bounce to the keys that allows more give for your fingers. Then the plate material we have here is made of palm, which adds a lot of vibration absorption versus PC plastic or aluminum. The switches that my unit came with are the Blush Silent switches with 42-gram springs within. I'm very curious as to how this would sound with clacky switches or thaw-key switches. But anyways, if you want to replace the Blush switches, you're free to do so, as this has 5-pin or 3-pin compatible PCB with south-facing LEDs. Now onto its software, you don't need to download anything online, as you only need to go to nuphy.io, which I will link in the description below, and let's go over that here real quick. So I have here the web-based software for the Nuphy Halo75 version 2, and all you need to do is go to nuphy.io and access your keyboard from there. So you have the main tabs right here: key binding, advanced functions, lighting, macros, and mode settings. For key binding, here's where you do your regular key binding with media controls, RGB, special keys, and macros. As for advanced functions, these are magnetic features that are applied on this mechanical keyboard, such as SOCD, and as you can see, I already have it set up on A and D. Onto lighting effects, here you can customize the backlight and also the side lights of the keyboard. You have the modes right here and more settings right here, such as speed and brightness. Onto macro recording, I tried to record a macro a while back and found that it doesn't detect your mouse clicks, so that's one room for improvement to improve versatility of your macros. The mode setting right here is, again, pretty much self-explanatory. And then as for the anti-wobbleness, I left it at intermediate stabilization level, which is its default. If you click up here, you will be able to see what you're customizing, be it Windows mode or gaming mode. Windows is the default, and I believe we can rename this. Yes, and we can even export it out and import a new profile. Onto the cog icon up here, here's where you will be able to set your keyboard up some more in terms of sleep, or maybe even reset it. The rest is self-explanatory. And that's pretty much it. Inside the box, you get the keyboard, cable, documentation, key puller combo, and some extra keycaps. If you're one of the first 2,000 purchasers of this keyboard, Nuphy is giving away dust covers compatible with the Halo75. So if you're itching for a new keyboard, I do highly suggest that you access the link down in the description of this video and go get yourself your Halo75 version 2. Anyways, onto the cable that you get with the Halo75. It is a USB-C to C cable with Nuphy's branded colors. You also get a USB-C to USB-A adapter along with the cable. Onto the keycaps, you get Alt keys to replace those of the command keys that are default on the keyboard. You also get some custom keys for your keyboard and a menu key in case you want to replace the function key. Now onto the keyboard itself, I already mentioned that this has an aluminum top case and a plastic bottom. The plastic bottom is really well made, as it is not the regular cheap plastic that you see on most keyboards. Tapping underneath, there's very little hollowness to the keyboard, making it really well built, and it actually feels expensive. I do not have the exploded view of the keyboard where we'll see the internals, but I'm sure that inside you get a silicone bottom damper, which is what Nuphy always applies on their keyboards. Silicone dampers are the best vibration absorbing material, plus they are also heavy, which adds a lot of weight to the keyboard. At the top side of the keyboard, you will find the USB-C input pan to the left side beside the power switch and the mode switch. The USB dongle is positioned at the top side of the keyboard by the right. Underneath the keyboard, you get anti-slip padding and a pair of 2 level kick-up feet. Then also underneath underneath the keyboard, you will see Nuphy's colorways, and I love it. The keycaps we have here on this unit are double-shot PBT keycaps in KOP profile. KOP is similar to Cherry but with more rounded edges and a deeper keycap groove for ergonomics. They feel just like Cherries when typing, but it adds a little more level of accuracy versus Cherries. This is because you do feel when your finger is off-center from the key based on the keycap's shape and curvature. Next, stabilizers are perfect, as always from Nuphy. They're tightly placed on the plate and are also well lubricated with very minimal rattling out of the box. No modifications needed here. Onto the switches, they're Nuphy's blush linear silent switches. They feel cushioned so as to not make a loud tick or clack, yet they also do not feel mushy. Bottom outs feel like plastic hitting a thin layer of rubber. There's mild vibration that acts as feedback when typing, even without the sound. But still, here's a sound test. The Nuphy Halo75 version 2 is offered in 3 colorways: Obsidian Black, Iconic White, and Sakura Fizz. I think Nuphy made a good decision by adding the black and white, so they're easily matched with most setups. As for the pink one, it's also a good addition to add a more feminine touch to their colorways. As for the white one, you have lots of colors, aside from just the green, orange, and light orange accents. The alphas are in white, and the B keys are in gray. You get branding at the upper right corner of the keyboard, and I think it's made of aluminum because it's shiny, though I'm not sure. As for indicators, you only get one above the escape key, and it shines a static blue when caps lock is activated. Looking around the keyboard, you'd notice that the bottom case has textures to it. I'm not a fan of the jagged textures, but it's all just fine. Then one of the key features of the Halo is the surrounding LED shine through under the top case. It is customizable via its web-based software, and same goes with the key LEDs. The LEDs on the keys, by the way, shine really brightly, and I like that the blush switches has LED diffusers. This lessens glare and evens out the RGB lighting underneath. Overall, I think Nuphy has done it again as expected. Build quality, aesthetics, and functionality all packed into their units. Now let me know if you have any questions. I will leave links down in the description below on where to get your Nuphy Halo 75 version 2. I'll see you guys again next time. Bye bye.